Hey guys, it's JJ here, and I'm in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And today I'm going to take you with me to show you my top 10 favorite things to do at Harry Potter. Let's go. Number 10, watch a show. So there are several different stage shows that you can watch in the Wizarding World. In Hogsmeade, over on the Islands of Adventure side, you have the Tri-Wizard Spirit Rally, where you can see performances by the visiting students of Beauxbatons and Durmstrang for the Tri-Wizard Tournament. As well as Hogwarts' very own a cappella frog choir. They're really good, by the way. And in Diagon Alley, over at Universal Studios, you have a performance by Celestina Warbeck and the Banshees, as well as my personal favorite, The Tales of Beetle the Bard. A talented group of students from the Wizarding Academy of Dramatic Arts perform the tale of the three brothers. Now for the showtimes for all of these stage shows, you're going to want to check your Universal app. And finally, the show you definitely don't want to miss, the Nighttime Lights at Hogwarts Castle. It's a light projection show and firework display, and it is awesome. Let's move right along to number 9. Go on the Hogwarts Express. Okay, pay attention because this is really important. The Hogwarts Express is not just a ride, but it is actual transportation from Universal Studios to Islands of Adventure, or the other way around, depending on where you're getting on. In order to ride the Hogwarts Express, you need to make sure you purchase a park-to-park pass giving you access to both parks. And especially if you're visiting the Wizarding World for the first time, you're going to want to ride the Hogwarts Express. And by the way, make sure you ride it both ways because it's a totally different experience depending on which way you're traveling. If you're in Universal Studios, you're going to make your way over to King's Cross Station to platform 9 3/4. Here's a fun fact. If you ask the employees at King's Cross how to get to platform 9 3/4, they won't even know what you're talking about. Muggles. Of course, you'll need to go through the wall between platform 9 and 10. From here, you'll ride over to Hogsmeade Station, located in Islands of Adventure. Number 8. Eat in either the Leaky Cauldron in Diagon Alley or the Three Broomsticks in Hogsmeade. Now you can't go to the Wizarding World and not visit one of these two iconic restaurants. The Leaky Cauldron is located right inside Diagon Alley, and it looks just like in the movies. And the Three Broomsticks over in Hogsmeade is one of my favorite places to eat. Both of these restaurants are quick service locations, so you cannot make reservations and you'll have to wait in line for a table. But once you're seated, you can use the mobile order feature on the Universal app, and a witch or wizard will gladly bring your meal over to your table. The Leaky Cauldron and the Three Broomsticks are both open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and serve a very similar menu. And my favorite entree is the fish and chips. Number 7. Go shopping. If you just got your letter from Hogwarts, you probably need to go shopping for some school supplies. Just like Harry, we'll start in Diagon Alley. You can get your house robes at Madame Malkin's and your wand at Ollivander's. You can buy quills and notebooks at Scribulus and your magical creatures at Magical Menagerie. At Quality Quidditch Supplies, you'll find all your wizard sporting goods. Sugar Plums is the sweet shop in Diagon Alley. And I can't forget about Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, Fred and George's very own joke shop. This one is a must visit while you're here. When in Hogsmeade, of course you'll have to check out Honeydukes and get your chocolate frog or Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. Whether you're in Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade, you're gonna find exclusive Wizarding World merchandise and you're gonna wanna buy it all. I know what you're thinking, JJ, that's a lot of galleons. Well, yes it is, but if you buy just one thing while you're at the Wizarding World, it has to be a wand. Which brings me to the next thing on our list. Number 6, Ollivander's Wand Experience. Now you have to experience this attraction at least once, and especially if it's your first visit. You can do this at either park, and it's an attraction, so there is a wait time. It's usually not too long unless you're visiting during peak times, but it's worth the wait either way. You'll enter the wand shop in a small group of about 10 or so, and one lucky witch or wizard will be chosen by Ollivander to be part of the experience of having the wand choose them, and it is truly magical. I've done this experience a few times, and on my last visit to Diagon Alley, I was the lucky wizard to be chosen, and I really did feel like Harry Potter. And at the end of the show, you do have an opportunity to buy the wand that chooses you. Now, speaking of wands, the next must-do experience on our list, number 5, do magic. What's a visit to the Wizarding World without a little magic? Scattered throughout Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley are interactive wand spots. They're marked by plaques on the ground that tell you how to do the spell, but in order for them to work, you'll have to have an interactive wand. You can get your interactive wand at Ollivander's at either park, and there are also wand carts if you want to avoid the crowded shops. So you want to make sure that the wand you purchase has this interactive tip. Inside the box, you'll also find a map that shows you where all the wand spots are located. This is so much fun, but it does take a little practice. Just swish and flick. Number 4. Go on Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts is located in Diagon Alley. You can't really miss it. Just look for the giant dragon on top of the bank. It's part coaster, part screen ride.
It's a little dose of pain to help you remember.
Yes! Or we'll destroy you!
And not only is it an amazing ride experience and definitely a must-do, but the queue is one of the best in both parks. You won't even mind the long wait time because there's so much to see as you walk through Gringotts Bank. The rich details and the architecture, the lifelike goblins, so much to take in and appreciate here. If you're like me and want to ride this one over and over again after you go through the regular ride queue the first time, go ahead and take advantage of the single rider line for a much shorter wait. Number 3 is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey is a thrilling screen ride where you'll join Harry and his friends on an adventure through Hogwarts. Now, while I personally love this ride and make sure to ride it multiple times every visit, some people do get motion sickness on this one. And if that's you, it's totally fine. You can still enjoy the queue because if I'm being honest, probably the best part about Forbidden Journey is getting to walk through Hogwarts Castle. So if you don't want to ride, just let a team member know that you just want to walk through the queue. It's absolutely incredible. Number 2, go on the best ride ever, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Alright, we finally made it to what is one of the best and most popular rides at Universal Orlando Resort. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure is a thrilling roller coaster where you ride Hagrid's rogue motorbike through the Forbidden Forest and encounter magical creatures along the way, from the lightning-fast launches, a backwards track, as well as a drop track to the fantastic theming. This attraction has it all. You're going to want to head to this ride during early park admission because it always has high wait times, but it is definitely a must-do. Number 1, get a butterbeer. If you've tried this golden brew, then you know this had to take the top spot. You absolutely cannot come to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and not drink a butterbeer, or 2, or 7 per day. Butterbeer in the Wizarding World should be considered as an attraction. I mean, when you see the long lines, and it is certainly an experience, especially that first sip of butterbeer. So remember to take a picture, because it definitely lasts longer than the drink itself. You can get it in several different locations, but only inside the Wizarding World. In Diagon Alley, you can get some at the Hopping Pot, inside the Leaky Cauldron, or at the Fountain of Fair Fortune. In Hogsmeade, there are 2 butterbeer cups, one right by the bridge next to the Hogwarts Castle, and the other one right in the center of Hogsmeade Village. You can't miss it. You can also get butterbeer inside the 3 Broomsticks, or at the bar at the Hogshead, where there's usually a much shorter line. Now there are 3 different ways you can order butterbeer: cold, iced, and hot. The cold butterbeer, my usual go-to, is kind of like a cream soda with this whipped perfection on top. The frozen is like the blended icy version. Just be careful not to drink it too fast, or you might get brain freeze. Been there. And hot butterbeer, well, is hot. It's delicious, gives you those hot cocoa feels, but save this one for a cooler day in the winter. Let me know in the comments what your favorite way to order butterbeer is.
And there you have it, the top 10 things to do with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. See you later, bye!